Hey there folks, John here with ThruMyLens, and today I'm coming to you with a photography related video. Today we're going to be looking at this Oben CQL-13 lightweight compact travel tripod. Now fans of ThruMyLens know that about 2.5 years ago I got this travel tripod. This is by Ulanzi. It's been known on their website by several different names. When I bought it, it was the Ulanzi Common Travel Tripod, but it's also known as the Ulanzi Zero Travel Tripod. It's basically their competitor to the Peak Design carbon fiber travel tripod, and it still, even after a couple of years, is one of the best bang for the buck travel tripods that you can get. So you're going to see me comparing the Oben CQL-13 to this Ulanzi Common quite a bit. And I'm not necessarily, spoiler warning here, I'm not necessarily recommending that you buy one over the other, but I am going to talk about when it makes more sense to use this one versus this one. So to start off with, know that I've got a pretty extensive written photo review that can be found on ThruMyLens. There'll be a link in the description box of this video so that you can read my photo review. When I first learned about the Oben CQL-13 from the Petapixel podcast, the newest member of their team, Sarah Tang, I believe is her name, recommended it as a fantastic lightweight travel tripod, and I agree. I'll go ahead and put the main specifications up here on the screen, but here's really all you need to know. Again, compared to kind of the champ in the category here, the Oben is more compact, lighter, and it's about half the price. This one, depending on the sale that you get from Ulanzi, and they offer quite a few sales very often, you're going to pay around $300 for this one. The Oben, $150. Oben appears to be a house brand for B&H Photo. Hopefully that's a website and a name that most of my viewers will be familiar with, but they are clearly Chinese made, as is the Ulanzi, of course, but Oben can, I believe, only be purchased from B&H, and I think they show the retail price is like around $200, but it's almost always on sale for $150. And at that price, man, this is a really, really capable tripod. Again, you're looking at, it's significantly smaller. It may be difficult to tell in the video, but it's just an overall more compact package. One thing that I found in a recent trip to Europe when I was using this one is that, at roughly 2.5 pounds, this is not too heavy, but when you have it on your travel backpack, maybe connected in one of the side pockets, it just adds a little bit to your overall size. And when you're going on trains and subways, planes, and this thing's banging around, it can be just a little bit annoying. Whereas this one is going to just have a much smaller footprint. You could even throw this into your carry-on, maybe not necessarily have to use it on the side or strapped to your backpack or your camera bag. So that's fantastic. The other wonderful thing about this is when you deploy the legs on this Ulanzi model, it's got a latch for each of the 4 segments. Unsnap, extend, and so forth and so on. Unsnap, extend. Now, you can, when you deploy them, you can actually grab all 4 with 4 fingers and then pull them all out at the same time. So that makes it a little bit quicker, but You can't do that when you're done shooting and you need to compress it back down. I did quite a bit of long exposure shooting, particularly in London, on my most recent trip, and we did a lot of traveling from point to point to point. Lots of different sites to photograph, of course, in London, and unsnapping these, snap, 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 putting them back, do all three legs that way. It became a bit of a pain. If you're going out and just setting up in one spot, no problem. But if you're going to be moving around a lot, this may not be the most ideal option. Whereas on the Oben, there is just one mechanism here on the foot. You turn to the left and you can fully extend the leg. Now, the one, I guess the one drawback to that design is if on the Ulanzi, for example, maybe you don't need to go out to full extension. Maybe you only need three segments out or 2 segments out. It's much easier to get all 3 legs at the same length at a specific, at a specific length, so your tripod is sitting level, then it's going to be with this one. It's not impossible because you can make some adjustments to each of the segments, but getting it precise on all 3 sides is going to be difficult. So getting it in anything other than full extension may be a challenge. But again, really quick deployment, really quick repositioning back to the original segment. Only weighs 1.5 pounds. That's a full pound less than the Ulanzi here. That's huge. In the backpacking hiking community, they say ounces count. So to take a full pound off your pack, when you're talking about again a full day extending into the night of shooting, taking off a full pound is amazing. Now, this one doesn't quite have the extended length that the Ulanzi Komen has. If you extend them all the way, all 3 legs, I'll show you some videos that I took at a recent Cars and Coffee event in front of my car. And if you extend all 3 legs, you can kind of get a sense from my car about how tall they are. If you go ahead and extend the center column on the Oben, it gets to a height where I maybe just have to bend slightly at the waist or just bend my knees slightly if I want to look through the viewfinder of my camera. Whereas on the Ulanzi, I can extend that thing over my head if I need to. It's really tall. So that may be a somewhat of a consideration for you. I know in most of the shooting that I do when I bring a tripod, it doesn't necessarily have to be at eye level, but your mileage may vary. Again, there's going to be times where you would want something that can extend to the height that the Ulanzi can extend to, and then there's going to be other times when it doesn't matter as much, and the Oben will be a fine option given the weight. So again, fantastic tripod here. If you're on a budget, maybe not a bad first tripod. I don't think I would recommend this as your one and only tripod. Continue to save up and get something more like the Ulanzi here, which I still think, again, is all around, just one of the best tripods that you can get. But as a secondary option for those times when you don't need the stability, again, the Ulanzi, a little thicker, more robust, probably is going to be a bit more stable in some high wind adverse conditions, or if you're in terrain that maybe is uneven. I would have no issues using this on any kind of a pavement or even in the grass. But if you're talking about gravel, or setting this up on a hill, clearly this has got more options for you. You can actually put some spikes in the bottom of this one. But great secondary option for, when size and weight really are a stronger overall consideration for you. So I'm really happy that I have now both of these at my disposal. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care, God bless. We'll see you in the next one.
I hope you've enjoyed this production from the ThruMyLens YouTube channel. If you did, please click on the like button and do share the video on social media. If you'd like to see more content like it, please do subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and do check out ThruMyLens at www.thrumylens.org.